everybody, it's Christine. I hope everybody, well, my Canadian friends, had an awesome Thanksgiving this weekend. I had Thanksgiving here on Saturday or Sunday for my mom. And then yesterday we went to my mother-in-law's and played lots of cards. And had Thanksgiving there. And me and my husband are still the euchre champions. We won 3 out of 4 games. So that was fun. And then last night I started reading a story to my son, and my throat was starting to get sore. And I thought it was just because I hadn't read to him for a while. And the half an hour of reading kind of put a dent in my throat, and then I woke up this morning sick. So I don't know, because nobody was sick in the last couple of days. And I haven't been anywhere, so I don't know why I'm sick. But anyways, this is my weekly wrap-up. The first book I read was Your New Job Title is Accomplice, and it's by Scott Adams, and it's a Dilbert compilation book. I gave this, I think, a 2. I really didn't like it at all. When Dilbert first came out, I thought it was funny, and this one just, some of the jokes were stupid. They didn't make any sense. And then, you know how compilations sort of kind of flow together from panel to panel? This one didn't, not at all. So yeah, I didn't really find it that interesting. And then I went on to read Glass by Ellen Hopkins, book 2 in the Craig series. I like this one. Really good. It's the continuation, so I can't really talk about it, because if I say anything about it, it'll give away what happens in book 1. But it's really good. I gave it a 4 or 5. And then, I finished my buddy read with Elisa from Paper Bits, Jen from Reading with Pugs, and Alana from Alana Reads. And I'm not going to talk too much about it because I do have a full video that I'll try and link below. But it's The Book That Matters Most by Anne Hood. I still am debating whether to give it a 5. I gave it a 4 because it's a good solid 4, if not a 4.5. But Goodreads only allows full stars, so. But yeah, so it was a really enjoyable book about a mother and daughter who pretty much make the wrong decisions a lot of the times. And yeah, so if you want more about the book, go below or check out my other video. Sorry. And then I read book 3 in the Craig series, Fallout by Ellen Hopkins, and I didn't like this one as much at all. I think I gave it a 3. Simply because it's from 3 people's perspectives, and the first 2 books are from 1 person's perspective. This one is 3, and even though the type is different for each person, like the headers are different from each person, you still have to almost go back and, okay, I'm reading from this person's point of view. And 2 of the people are pretty much the same story. It's just, so yeah, I was not happy with this one at all. It's still a good story, but it's hard to describe without giving out too many details, but the 3 people's perspectives are totally different from the first 2. So, yeah. And then I read Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. This one, when I first started reading it, I don't know if I was in the right headspace, but it was really slow. So then I picked up More Than This by Patrick Ness, and I read the first chapter. I'm like, okay, well, this one sounds really interesting. I'll continue with this one. Well, this one got really good. It's about a boy who has not come out of the closet yet, and somebody sees the emails that he has been exchanging with this other boy at the school, but they don't know who they are. And so he kind of gets blackmailed into by the blackmailer to try and get a date with a girl that he likes, that he's sort of friends with. And it goes on from there. But I like this. This is another one where it's a good solid 4.5, and I don't know if I should bump it up to a 5, because it really is a cute, good book. I hesitated on reading it Not for any reason. I don't know if it was because of the hype. Because I don't mind queer fiction. It doesn't bother me at all. Um, I don't connect with teenage boys, maybe. But yeah, it was a really, really good read. So currently reading More Than This by Patrick Ness, and it started off good, and now I'm slugging through it. There's a boy dies, he drowns, and this is intentional. And then he wakes up, and he's in this city that he had moved from years before. I guess he had moved from England to America. He drowned in America, and he wakes up back in his old house in England. There's nobody around. There's no people. There's one or two animals. But there's dust over everything, and it's almost as if there's been years and years and years and years of this dust buildup, and that's all that it is. So I don't know if it's going to pick up, but to me it's like, can something happen now? I'm on page 81, and nothing's happened yet. And I've heard this is a really good book, so please let me know if you've read this, if it gets better. And then my son, there's a couple of books that he's picked out that he wants me to read to him. Partly because he's just not at that reading level yet. So, and if in case you didn't know, my son, well, actually both my kids are in French immersion. My daughter's decided to switch to all English now that she's in grade 9. And my son never really took to French. He's like, they're both smart enough for it. They both grasped it. My son just does not like French. So he switched in starting in grade 4, he went to all English. So his reading comprehension is lower for English than most kids at this age. So some of these books that he's now in grade 5, the kids can read no problem, but he's still struggling a little bit. So I read to him. And the book that he wants me to read is I Want to Go Home by Gordon Corman. And if you remember from, it was late last year, I read No More Dead Dogs by Gordon Corman, and it was funny. But this one is about a couple of kids who go to this camp in Ontario. Yay for Ontario. And they despise it. They do not want to be there. And we haven't gotten that far into it. But apparently, reading from the back, they want to escape. They trying to escape, and it keeps getting bungled. So he's liking it so far. I read one chapter last night, and he wanted me to read a second one, so that's good. So I'm hoping to pick up before the Spookathon starts on Monday. I'm hoping to have the Patrick Ness book done, and then I'm hoping to read Illuminae, because like I said, if I like it, I want to pick up Gemina, because, beautiful books, and if they're interesting, then great. And this one's told through like case files and stuff. And I've heard somebody complain that things are blocked out because they're curse words. They're not blocked out because they're curse words. They're blocked out because they're case files. And curse words, but that's what case files are like. I've heard a couple people say that, so yeah, and like, other stuff like, cool. So it's science fiction. All I know is it's a boy and a girl who had just broken up, jump on a ship and take off because there's like a war and the planets are fighting. So it's between those two that the case files are about. I'll know more later. And then I'm hoping to pick up C is for Corpse by Sue Grafton, book 3 in the Kizzie series. Yeah, I'm liking this series a lot. Each book has a different case. The only thing that continues on from book to book is their personal life. So I might say more about the case, but not about the personal life. And that will be my week this week. And then Spookathon starts Monday. And I do have a video for my Spookathon TBR, so if you want to check that out, you can go ahead. And I think that's it for this week. It is a day late because Thanksgiving yesterday. So I'm hoping everybody had an awesome weekend if you're in America or wherever. And yeah, I'll see you next time, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.